Hello, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be talking about 5 things you need to know before building and create. Now this could be your first contraption, or this could be something simple. This list is going to range from very beginner things to kind of more advanced things. And really when I say 5 things to know before building and create, it's kind of 5 things to build efficiently and create, and to be able to work through building problems you will see. Let's start with our first tip. Our first tip is about rotation, and especially direction. So you'll notice that this one is spinning to the left. If I throw a gearbox down, it spins to the right. Now, sometimes this may be useful if you have, say, a belt, and then you have a gearbox, and you want the belts to run opposite of each other. Well, there you go. And now you have a belt running this way and a belt running this way. But a lot of times it can be inconvenient, and that's when I like to use encased chain drives, because not only can they move rotational force in the same direction, but it'll also allow you to change direction. I can remember how to change. Yeah, there we go. To change direction up or down, which is a big help. So it's pretty compact, especially if you want to change rotational directions, but you don't want the flipping of using a bunch of gearboxes. Of course, a simple way you can flip it if you're feeling kind of, I don't know, expensive, is using a gear shift. This allows it to be redstone controlled, so you can change which way you want your belt or whatever rotational thing. And of course, you can always use the sequenced gear shift, I believe it's called. Yes. And this is kind of a bit of a different thing. It's more in depth. You can specify the angle and add delays, and basically it'll do whatever it's supposed to do when applied with a redstone signal. So you'll see it turns and then it turns back. And yeah, so that's for more complex contraptions that you probably won't use a lot. I haven't personally even used the sequence gear shift, but I use encased chain drives and gearboxes all the time. So yeah. Okay, tip number 2 is pretty easy, pretty simple, but it is a real game changer if you know this. Basically, here I have a built contraption, built drill, and if you turn this into a minecart contraption, you shift click with a wrench, you can pick up that contraption and just hold it around like it's a normal item. So this is really useful if you want to switch rails. And I mean, I guess in creative you can dupe with it, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, it's really easy. It can also be used with windmills to create a easily portable stress unit creator. Basically, here we have a windmill. Now, it doesn't work when it is on this, but if you just take this, say, let's move it, I don't know, over here, and if we then take cart assembler, throw it right there, you can then disassemble it. It was incredibly easy, and now you have rotational force. Run a shaft through there. Let's see right there. So that's like kind of like an emergency stress unit system. That was from a creator. I can't remember his exact name. I know it's Mojo Dojo something. His channel will be on the screen right now. And yeah, basically it's just a fairly compact way to store stress, which is incredibly useful, because usually you'd have to set up a windmill and build it all, or water wheels, which isn't as annoying, but it's still pretty annoying. Then you can just simply pick it back up, not throw away your wrench, and then yeah, pick up the minecart contraption. Now, another trick to do with contraptions is that it doesn't matter how far away the portable storage interface is from the storage. It'll still be able to withdraw and pick up items, which can be used in ranges such as this. If you were building a compact build and needed to get items from one place to another, you can simply throw down a mechanical bearing, make sure it's placed to only place when anchor is destroyed, and you can transport items very easily from one place to another. And it's instantaneous too, which is really nice. Tip number 3 is don't be afraid of redstone. I mean, I know it's a lot more complicated than create a majority of the time, but with the create mod, you have some crazy abilities in your control with the newly added redstone, or the link controller, pulse extenders, pulse repeaters, and the redstone link. Like, this is seriously some stuff base Minecraft would die for. Tip number 5, which I would say is arguably the most important tip for larger builds, is don't use the rotational speed controller, alright? This thing is a saving grace for farms because it makes sure that your production isn't all out of whack, so you're not producing more cobble faster than you are able to process it, or you're not moving items faster than the machine can handle. It is such a nice feature, especially being able to reverse control. I mean, it acts basically as a creative motor, same menu and everything, and it allows you to have complete control over your speed, which is super nice, especially if you're going from something like windmill bearings or water wheels, which are very slow. Even using cogs like that, that takes a lot of space, whereas this is just a one, or that's just a one thing that you have to go. Big cog, small cog, shaft, big cog, small cog. Come on. And I mean, you can get pretty fast, but it's not going to be nowhere near as efficient as just using a rotational speed controller. So that is my 5 tips for getting started with create building. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. One's the left right there. You can subscribe to my channel on the right. And have a good day. Thank you.